the Ghanaian dream. No?
All right, yeah. Or live on Facebook says here to Mr. Johnny and our Facebook says here love 99.5 FM extra. Love 99.5 FM extra. And after to YouTube, love 99.5 FM. And so Sabeka and our live says here to Mr. Drew. Yes, I know mommy and say mommy share video no for comments count after so like a video no mommy. Your mommy and Sawi and I'm a person oh yeah mommy. And if you're listening to us, you want to share with us as well. The old dream say I would dream as a Ghana youth or I'm Ghana need Bruno. Then I will dream. I know these are the things that we think about.
Yeah, sure.
Say you about me, I go school near Kony, son say, Obroni by no, or Beton school, my. Now, you need a G school. Your son say, a Drew Baby Crampono, a brand, Papa be a friend of Quadri, or no, Becca say, Nico say, Mamma and Quanco school, or Bansuko school, who here, or my coat to be Mirifica. But I say, or Baba Coco school. Now, we educate
if you educate a man, you educate an individual.
Exactly.
But if you educate a woman, you educate.
That's right. Marco school. My mom say, "Mama, it's a dream. It's a dream. Be near. Say, bet me I go school. Na be ben. Now, friends, you get me out to school. Ne so. Akoye ne mako rasio upon mu. Now, fe yenye juma papa bia. Yeah. Na sa adwuma no edis kekese be brea ye betumi dia ye hu ye said lami kan no and afei so ye betumi e de twetwa ye ho na afei enkoba se bibi e pese to bia ye ntumi nto anade be pese ye bia no ye ntumi enye and only a dream. I mean, I feel like if you enter anybody's head or person or you comfortable or person or you okay or person or di but sa dream yi e possible and cause nan saying and I said almost the last 10 years. And some be a question is say Ghana had the yentna ni enye ye da. Mujitu Musa say what's a Ghana ha? It is never possible that you be successful. My sha say mfiri ohene ba.
Minia, me da se bebre. Na ebrebi atwam na enye no kre. But in print there abeye no kre. Ye mebunu bebre no sisi a wo hu se oman ni mu no nyoma bi enhye da enkoyie eno nti no bebre akoye se adwene mu no se otu kwan ko obi manso a ena obedi I feel say the difference between here Ghana here and those in the different regions or the foreign lands and it's they are paid on hourly basis. Here it's on monthly basis, 30 days. And on who say in a day 24 hours, you know, about mark 5, 6 jobs are or ye be 2 hours now. Onyes kaniboma, it will help him or her. Then they will resort to traveling outside the country because Senka Krumhansu, yeah, those structures were high. At least we are paying either weekly or we are paying on our basis. And Mijidi say. Some of us wouldn't want to travel outside the country, but then we will stay here. Now, there are several forms of getting wealth and making riches. Obi to krom ha on two kwanda, but nyamia dominti otima establishing no ho wadi and obi to kwana or kwakwajine ni wo obi manso. Nti meka go say we have several forms. Number 1, adwuma oye. Number 2, baby at owo, because your location will determine the kind of connection you have. And also generally ye die no de enye Ghana han kwa na wotina be enye ena sanso nya abroche kwa na wotina be na emom no obi an ne de enti ohwe ohua na de asa wasa so what is the metro na se enti no so because say untumi ntra Ghana ha enye ya mene no enhye da enya adwene pa gidigidi because the time make us and say obetum so atena ha atoto onyoma yi na wadi yi sanso so na bezu ohwe na say nyoma bi nkoye ma wa obesu botumatu kwan akọ obi manso
na obi abobi kroma na
o say
obi wo hwa nkofo bi abaye kroma bibra na tiade na ye press ye pese ye ko bi kroma bra
e mo ba ha be business yes
krom bebrebe sa
yeah enye ni bebre yo ana neketo
because to count the majority of people the majority of Ghanaians in these countries is very much higher than the number of people that have moved from these countries here.
Definitely.
And mostly the people that move here are not necessarily people that will do any menial job when
Yeah,
they get here.
sure.
But there are people who leave this country with all the degrees, with all the certificates they have, and then go there, do all the menial jobs out there. Is that really the dream?
So now it's not the dream, yeah? But then sometimes when things are not working for you, you find ways and means to get yourself through to a certain point that you feel comfortable. Because now people are traveling outside their country on basis that they feel that systems there are okay. You see, when they come down here after years of in the foreign lands and then they are to tell you how they've gone through, it's crazy. However, they prefer that areas to Ghana because now they have good conditions of service, which in this light, number one, they are being paid better. At least their services are worth paid for. But in this our country here, even Nancy minimum wages, even that good, even that is still not something worthwhile. Into be when they say any my bomodian bob was cano. Na memfen tu kwan ko. Me de tu kwan ko at least anya hwe kra no. Ye hwe omusika no mu a eso chen krom ha. Nti se me de kakra ba kra na be bebre wa ha say.
Because Rihanna, there was a glitch on Google that said that the dollar, I mean the CD is now $8. I mean the dollar is now 8 cedis. And my friend showed me it's a glitch. And I say any glitch kura ampune ko that 5 kura na 2 kura.
Yes, because you see, the entire baby Rebecca so be brochure say nem mesikan. Number 1, 24 hours, Jango Poma in 24 hours. But a honor, they work on hour basis. 24 hours now, or working 4 jobs. But Kromha, you will do on pa a year. Or services, it will be needed around 8 a.m. to like 10 a.m. But say what for on day, a person will spend all your day there. In this systems in this our country, at least, and we can be working on our basis.
Don't we just love the idea of being slaves? I say, me when I say Ghana, Memburuno, you did Jay won't say a bayan qua. I will be master than say you bet to me a 40 baby.
You see, mental slavery idea, and from days of Adam, from the days of yen ananum ombe nkwama mrofuno, that was the mentality of the shade. And I went to me as a sign be seen inti aka. What I say? Inti bibini bi ehun no say broni krom na yedie wo. What I say? Ne denti a de bi ekọ their very country they say you see they have all the strategies in place and their monetary givings is far better than our country. So until when our systems are properly structured, well laid out, and then the cries of the people, you see, the bone and bedrock of every country is the youth. Do you understand? So until the youth are met and our needs are properly attended to, people will still leave the country. Na me ka ko say, you see, kwa ye ko nyina no ye kwa ko pe bibia bedi. What I say? Bebra mo ko nyina no omo kokokoko omo sa ba krom ha bedi ska nyina. Enti e kire se enye dream ne se obetu kwan. Dream so obeyi wo Ghana ha. Enti so okokora na onye ska na still they come back to Ghana to establish some business or enjoy their lives here. Enti dream ne se obeyi wo Ghana, but name no ofa kwan bia so se obenye bibi kakra atu ne botom na otima bedi ye wo Ghana ha say. That's what I say, because no matter how long they stay in the foreign lands, 30 years, 40 years, a year 10 years oba kroma so person oye bibi na ye enkai dem so okọ obi man so no okọ tempintin kwa obreye no at least ne kakra wa onyaye no eye de onso de abaye kroma ha eno so betimi ama ne bibi onso be chojo ham kakra.
Okay, Lami.
Yeah.
What is your take on this as well? Is that the dream? Like, because is it possible that, I mean, this Ghanaian dream that you identified, is it really possible here? Or, I mean, for 10 years now, this is the conversation happening. And almost everyone, even in our circle, there are lots of people that have left the country. And I'm even sure that we in the city at the moment, that there's obviously someone here that is planning to leave the country. every time or every month there's someone that leaves. Is that really it?
Okay, so yeah, my muha no ubetimi aye wa ha, but kids kakra we am me hu say ubedi nukre pa ubeye na che
ubedi nukre wa Ghana ha
ubeye na che.
It's a trophy kwana.
When you mind so much on your integrity, obey na.
Ti atrofo bebre na di ye Ghana.
Enye se atrofo bebre.
Ana wona omo nkromo mu die mu ye no. Omo
e say uma weni da ho kakra na bia udi ntrofe mu kakra na bia katashi kakra udi frafra ansana afama na oka se udi
yenso ben se Nathaniel dia emfa
and the kind of
ani
oka se o dream with integrity ho pa o krom ha
problem go come
me kwan amafa su kakra
yenso wafa kwan pa ne so
o se
wafa kwan pa
da bi enyama me manfom kakra ama me hu se o pese udi no kore yen do ye man no o pese udi no kore a o be bransa wa ye
o ka se yen do ye man na what do you mean?
O de mama fa experience in fan be feminine nhwade e fa ne say Nathaniel ye say ye di sika brew enti sika na de bro ye pese bia odi ba Love FM ha na bia odi ye bibia se obi wa bonten a obenya so mfa so bia nipa no oba bia yesiko bia adwuma na obinya so mfa so na sa nipa na o se me discare brewunti no obi adwuma no obi so nya so mfa so se ne bia nipa net ho no onye hwe kra na wadwuma nti obenya sika na nipa na o ka kire ho no nipa na se odi echina me de bema odi echina me de bema na nipa na san ka kire o se odi ebisa wa ka se me de ama
abra yemfa maami
abra yemfa maawo na edwuma no so create ma obi nya bi but more than am say my
am nipa 5 million edwuma okay
and say udo wo man a sa nipa no obe odisika asem ne betata na nko onye odone man a wonso udo wo man anka okra ne oye no unji ntum beka say me de mintimi nyon ade na obeka say me ntwantro
na ade nti no betwantro esan say be promise ni bi
esan say unsu u twantro ni because sika na ebeba
te den ebeba
ebeba ntu we twantro na we nipa ne de ko ade ai Nathaniel yamaniska say oda create ejuma ba wu no untumi go ka baby ase enfa ma because yate wo wano wa waka so ye de amame
mabie
ati ase inti mimi kwan kakra mafa mu no mehu se opese wudi no kre odwini wo integrity ho a kromu ha unye ye agi se wo de katashafa we ni din afim but eba ne ti say we wie school na opese ukope ejuma makoye obai omo mpese omo na obeda inti no wanye bad girl a men kan say obia manyi na ye bad girl na omudidi but dodo na say wan fa ohu amma obia ebia peni bi wadwuma no nya ne ode ne ho beko no ya de bema no na wa ode say me de ewom se nyankopon ewo ne kwan a ode hira ne ma ebia ode opese obo ho ban enye de a hira ne beba but obedwin se chedodo because ode wan fa ho amma obi enti no kromu ha de ye die ne de wo ho but opese uye chinchine chain media me integrity wunyamia kromu ha uye ye yo be din enti ye no kredie die ebeboa yan ka nyina isi edi no kra nka ya hu ne beboa but eni hosa enti wonso hwe na so obi twantro de atenanima na wonso waye bibi de betu ebe ubenya usika sometimes enkrofo ameni omo nam ama mehu say sika wo kromu ha sei betimi aye adwuma nya sika anase bia se also person share business ase a betimi nya nkrofo a ombeboa but o se would di nukure bebre a anhwe kra okra e be pien wetika to baby
so the opposite change as a crow way mu no say ba na say obedi nukure obeka nukure bebre a it is very hard. You're on the path of hardness to making success. Is that what it means?
Per my experience, that's what I mean.
And so are you going to also be in the same room with the people that says that Ghana ni bia wanyes kapa bia no ebia wa just kedru and ebia money laundering and ebia or the scafa ase and ebia oye bibi oye kuntuna ase adwuma bia ansa na afa? Would you be in the same room with the people that says that every Ghanaian that says that I made money genuinely? Because Ghana, there's nothing like making genuine money. Do you believe in that thing?
Okay, so was uncle for new ho. I be a codis drew and no yemon or no dear son what's name says son or the yenisika. But make us say one nam quine so say would ye be pesika. And I say be a uko pay juma. Utaye on no credie holy kwa and sha na wo de na che me nka se wunye yi ebeche no I just say nyankopon ne sane aba behwe but because obi wo ho a ebi omuko page ma obi oba ntumi so ogina so na wo nso mekenzim wa won ka se hu se
zim
unya edwuma no unya
ada zim nye
na se wa hwe ne gina on
apply life over zim
mu rather mu hoba na nso rather mu opia interview room na opia wan kasa wonim ne yafa no
adenti na was yes
adenti ye ndo ye man ye mane nya attract nte yes se ebia wo hwe na se wa boabo sika no kakra na wa dwin wo broni kom because send your car say Ghana ni to kwan a oba obebibi no se mi hu se me bra yi me nyonko yi koye no wo discuss ya ba enne bibi e de wo ho ntimi so meboabo sika no akokọ na makokọ pesa sika na ba because o ka se o tena ha sa sika no kwan hwa e be she.
So we love the idea of being slaves.
Oh sane ya we've adopted everything. So
does it look like this Ghanaian dream you mentioned earlier is not possible?
It is possible. People are living that life.
But you have to be a liar. You have to be someone that is not honest. You have to be someone that doesn't have integrity before it can be possible.
So
just not necessarily being very rich, but then the little that you mentioned, being able to cater for family, being able to cater for yourself, have something as least as a car, something as least as a house. It still has to go on that way that I don't have to be trustworthy. I don't have to be someone that holds good integrity.
Imagine say odi ejuma foforo ka wadwuma we wo pani wo wonim say ebi wo kra umani ana ebi wo ha say ukoye delivery na ukoye bibia utwantro hye baby eno kra we twantro. So if I say you are being smart say ne be obenya sika bia eden aka o ka che say boss mpacho ma de na meton no obi tobi ntimi de command me sure say obeba na o letter down.
So adwuma no kra o abre na wanya.
Yes.
What you say?
Very true.
What you say? Inti ehɔ no kra no e wo say wotwa ntro. Na say adwuma no so akoso na wenya sika aka ho. Na e bia senya wo pɛ wo ni webusua no wenya ne sa.
No, but I feel like if we are all changing our minds, from what you said, that's true. Everybody is doing that. But what if we all decide to change our minds and do it the right way?
It's possible.
Wouldn't our Ghanaian dream be possible?
It's
I mean, so what is the problem then?
Our mindset.
Senior Munyabaki. It's very possible, but a more coincidence no and a dorsal. For example, like I said, boss, yeah. Now we are working in a particular. Let's take a school as an example, because school ABI is on periods. Oh yeah, subject teacher. Watch
there now.
Oh yes,
who's the teacher?
My chairman over like 10 years ago.
Who's the teacher?
Mr. Training. All right, so yes. Oh, and then I mention RME Science and Mathematics. Yeah, building more probably
RME parts on there. Because I can't pray.
When I mention
morals, Papa,
morals there. Say release them education. Would I be like naturally? I have high morals.
Okay,
yes.
Yes.
All right, so going back to that, you see. To say old school mona fancy be a period. Ideally, a boha uya onya she ansani upon.
Yeah.
Enti se oko penini hona can say. Yes. Onya way because it's all a clash idea a different. But a boha yes, which one? Yes. Where you pay.
And Tuesday no or just 2
they both only lecture and only subjects be and only fear. But also school. Yes, you have to report. Into all reports, like I said, boss, and then the ABA away, Melco, Chroma Koya there. They feel very bad because on who say, so Jao Maoko Koya, that she won't in my paper. And only by paper, he will lose your services. And I said, obey you. Yes, I consider bed also. And say until the Sarkozy and the Bay free horn, a bear dear man, maybe maybe. When Minia, men Canada, you. A Jumibu Krumha, it is paying over 20,000, 30,000 a month. Ghana here. Nibabakusika. And yes, be a year.
Or your money, Jana.
There be staff.
Like is it entry level?
Yes, like normal
entry level.
20,000 Ghana.
Like our friend where we school, our bag
yes.
20,000.
No, yeah, say Juman. Yen home advert. Minimum. Yen ho yen unse yan application unte ho but they be any afani pa
say protocol
enye protocol
nipa ko pedwuma wo
yes
enya say enye protocol enya obapa ne hwan
there be but answer na wo bet no be at before you bet no be at good so if you say me matia me kan ho aseme me kan of a oze that say ya na ya sha say. But they take
they take a particular
they take a particular field of study. No, that amount, when you write to the manager levels now, allowances you get, you'll be lifetime achievement. What is that? Good, because now we are in a country where 500 Ghana cedis. You see, last time, Namiti came call baby. And now, my bit Namiti taxi front now, no teammate. And now, on any new didn't come and then Mamma could go school. I'm say printing fees here 200,000, as in 20 Ghana cedis. They've been here. I feel very bad. I felt sad now, like 20 Ghana cedis. You can't pay 20 Ghana cedis. And then you're photo. Because
and he's not lying.
Yes, the amount she is receiving as income in a day is not even up to 15 cedis. And so this 20 cedis the manner, meaning that she's run at a loss. What the mention I say. And now this kind of person say chance be back. Set me the wood to choir. On me back on say now the person that ordered 20,000.
And that is why you see people ending up in countries that are not deserving.
Kuwait, ladies are going there.
Where now?
Omo Bob Brebia, Omo Sudan.
Because Sudan, okay then.
What? Obeko, because a hono so oko. Na say scan bro, Ghana scan a bro so 10 cedis per Obeko. Because ono who say Obema so anya hwe kra no omehu mobo. But mimi kro mpo na ye basa say. Inti sanko for no moji 10,000 to 20,000 no. Those people still, some of them, they still want to leave the country.
Because tell me why you work for a month, like the whole month. Let's say not the 31 days or 30 days, but you work, let's say 25, 27 out of these number of days in the month, and then you're taking a salary of 1,000 cedis as you take home. How do you survive on 1,000 cedis in a country and even in a region that I'm saying almost sorry Anna Kumasi the somebody BBF Kumasi the BBF. Let's take a look at rent now in Kumasi. Renting a place now in Kumasi. Let's look at how expensive rent is now in this country. And
they don't even take 1 year.
And
it's 2 years.
And surviving on 1,000 cedis.
it's crazy, my brother. You see,
and
rent
issue.
Is this dream
in that
possible?
case, no. Enya denya
yes.
baby enya sika de aka ho.
Obe live dreaming in a different world.
Obe saying nipa no be
Are we magicians?
No.
Sometimes I feel like we're doing magic because how we do it every month is magical.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't even know
like
where you get the
money.
What did you know? I mean, also book on if you were chief share. Yes, ne urban. How you going to survive on a mega salary? It's crazy. The issue of rent in this country is now becoming alarming. You know, it's now very alarming because one here you work for rent. Now, if what you are renting in Puno every year, no, now your daily expenses, which now it's utilities, normal rounds, and everything, and then we have friends and family who also looking up to you.
Yeah, Mami 50. Charlie, 100,
bro.
Because me show me up gifts and kwano, and no quite me map na even say sa in a bar chat or a pie chat on a boss.
It is a day
gift.
What I say, Nathaniel. In a day, say mema. If I say be man of be 4 and a 5. Every time me will be a 50. Most of for back home. Oh yes, say you are taking care of the lady entirely. Meaning, at the end of the day, you are working dead because if I say let's lose a base, if I say 1,000 Ghana cedis, utility, you see a light, you know, a bit massa at any time. A chavieta, shumnasa, if you away. Your food, you have to eat at least 2 because on a probably the enumerate, women in a 3 square meal are quite standard. Location to your workplace. You see, the other mate for us when they say.
If I see her,
me free a report, me free so full line last week. Eba take me for a cars and 5 a day. Office her, no face here, no much. In that day, and say, oh, yeah, by your say, oh, but the 10 cities near free so full line. Eba
so full line to take the. I was all the best 7 city and 5 city bar.
Roughly, the find 10 cities point eba. That time I used over 20 cities because over now. A Chinese cano. Because at the end of the day, what you spend tomorrow, you are spending today in the Echinano. Also, you should Echina the Echinamo. At the end of the day,
let me speak to the callers as well. Our listeners would also have to have a say. This one says, "Good evening, Nathaniel. Without the appropriate parental guidance and supervision, young people like us will go out and hawk from one location to another. It is possible for you to make it in this country called. It is impossible for you to make it in this country called Ghana." My name is Adams from Aputoja. Nago the mean, thank you. All right, let's get to the phone lines now. 03-220-83596, 03-220-83597, 03-220-83598. Do you think that the Ghanaian dream is possible? Is it really possible that we can make it here in Ghana? And I say no. I was so hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
But John, why am I say?
Oh, entry my son, baby.
All right, entry into where?
Me say to my home. If my say upon me, I'm so the men say to my. One day, be a madam for the catcher, me say, if I am go rat galam see a meme. And pa, me hear to man. We get to my week with me at 3,000, 4,000, let's say a year. My boy was like, second piano. They be containers too. Or Papa, Bema Paco man, or Banya Saloon, it won't be man see 3. At the same time, so massage full close to be able to do also. Into me, in car, and finding my crown on me, and woman, and one of them who them no. The boy me, they won't pass over Trangana pie target.
As I make us almost saying, you must soon as come.
Coffee, my main cousin shall say, and they, Uku money, may know your hinders to the side. I should with them say, if I hinders this morning, we have been back home. Because we will say, my friends away auto ties. Ties now, would be 10 to this, no, been so bad, so I bet what 10 to this, and so I get 5 to the side.
Na yes nkofo bi say adwuma no.
So what happened to some announce what is he? And then so rent the work or so.
Amba MCA kura. O boy say obi age 800 cedi koye. Obi age 500 koye, obi age 1000 koye.
What I say? It's I'm seeing kind of no pay back. The right I'm seeing you know aboa me. And you're a young guy, I'm not 32 years, but you are yet. So many of my has to be. Into no stage man, dear. Ghana Padok is we pad, I used to come and go for my baby. I am my way more. And 3 months on ye.
That's it, 0322083596, 83597. Is the Ghanaian dream really possible? Is it achievable? And I said you have to move out of the country to make it. Is it you cannot make it in Ghana? Is it really true? Because I feel like we can. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Who is this, please?
Oh, I'm Michael.
All right, Mike.
Fantastic.
All right, Michael Santasi. Let's hear you.
I said I'm working there in the crew. No, just 18 years. Maybe it is last year. Now, maybe I this year my estimate paid my pay Juma. The many people Kokobe. Now Kokobe also be my 500.
And a Juma man at 500 no.
Then shop or Kokobe.
Until you shop attendant.
Yeah.
What's here about Quahina Kokobe? Now what's here about Quahina Kokobe?
No, sometimes I make a page, but no Kokobe.
Next, they be a befaka.
But I can make on the member 20 cities sometimes my way. Never touch a busy sometimes my favorite Kokobe off. I did this Ukrainian bike.
And I bet you have 500 cities.
Also, more 500 cities.
What one question so I obey a day?
I keep my Mintimenko because I have seen I'm going to 500 cities. I'm a book.
There's a Busumi be our transport and quiet say.
Hey, 600 cities in and out. Maybe this tampon by.
Busumi now or transport crab bros can a demand or so.
But I
say, also Busumi and scan a demand of crab bro like or transport and quiet 600 cities. Like I say, Bruce can a demand so we're trying to cram my. Wow. There's a oh dear, would you to Mr. Ghana the Emfa?
My man is here, maybe a double.
Now from court.
Yeah,
Unya Sunan Abaco.
Oh, Mako. And then I'm a piano,
But that's a pass on the match. It is actually very disheartening. I mean, it sounds funny, but because how do you tell me? Maybe I just salary 500 cedis. Nah. Maybe supposed to be 5 million. Hello.
Hello, DJ Nathaniel Mensah.
Good evening, oh. Maybe I about call Malam now. Swear.
Nyame adoni mo mpa ebo bibia e kama pa.
Mala me ntiwe.
Me pacho finance minister kora oyale na nsay no. E no kosa ne hoyale.
Former finance minister na.
Ken mo ko yata so ka witira na.
Pachane.
Obi kura nya opportunity to kwa. Ombe fa ni mbane ne yire nko.
Pacho sa no mo ye.
Libya na ntoka si yen obi peso obi ampeso obekọ ho because ho de ntoka ho ana Burkina na street. I say the Oko for back this rimba, I say Ope Quentente. Now Oko for 5 years, Abichire by the Ebo Abaso. Abichire day, what is the heaven? Pepe Ghana pass.
Tamalene Abroches, can I say hours now?
Oh, there be honor. Once a Ghana ni pass or before we do my cry. On him say, what they will for crap. Memphis almost say, what pa, Utivia come down. Or some million. But the Ope Quackers was on the Jenny City. But I catch you as a peso. Na ukradi oba no be last wa hasa na obi na se kwa no de be mo kiti ente me de menyanka obia obi
na ususu se enye sika na adwuma mu mpanyimfo ni bi nti na omo ntimi ntwa kai ana
da bi obi wa ni trimu odin titu pa omo amoye omo ti se de omo ye nyamesonfo omo kra na omo ye west kra because onu antria o kana obe ye ti se onu because
of the bia oba no abegene bag
oba be senase so nti on hu mobile cra like o pese de bia ase o de se bi ase obi a pebakos ya ho fa so ba o pena wo eno pare wo pem e de me de a Ghana pa so betena ha ye djuma ye de je se bia ye wutu e de na wo ye dada ba but wo ye baba ba ti se me pa de to kwai na beboa wo we dada ba de ya na ye kakra ba pa se Ghana wo beti fi anya sika se ho ja for Nathan obi anya chance on to kwai because even krauma omo tra de kra obi wa na ne busu mikiti ya kra ti kan one to kwai anya ya last time ti teacher ni go so ko South Africa o si honum ne busu me ketuam afi ba how busu me ba ku ketua ti se a se 1 year ti se a 1 year salary o busu me ba ku penu na o ba betina ha bresa da bi da emfa DJ emfa ti me de menyanka obi an to kwai.
All right, but that's even brave. 03220-83596. This will be the last one I'll pick, and then we could go. Time is up. I think we'll have a part 2 of this probably next week. We'll have to talk about this more. Get to hear a lot of your thoughts as well here on the show. 03220-83596, 83597, 8359. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Please, who am I speaking to? Honey. Monet. All right, Monet, jina ye ne kasa kese na minte unkawa.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Odamu ye pa. Monet ma minte o. Okay, Monet.
Ghana had the open source na higher juma party and you see my alpha.
I didn't know kasa.
Now the company will to be a construction work. Every month you check 600 cities.
Construction na de bia wa kosi dan no.
Overco.
Mo na mo so amota, mo na mo twe blocks no.
Yeah, then the flu yeah. The beams and blocks and the flu done. I said Transaco for them. A baby okwa stay ma to 20 cities. You say talk money near them to.
Mo ya juma wana.
There here 4 hours.
Ne amount 20 cities.
20 cities day mark and okay from us adana. Yeah, never to over 300 cities. Yeah, the amount.
Adabi o ti 20 na no mkika bo mama ne be do 600 no.
Say every day the day market 20 cities.
What are you talking too much?
You try me say me tiase. O say Samu 20 na no makeka bo ma na do 600 no mo de ama boso me.
1 month ya 30 cities. 30 days.
30 days ni dan chen. Na afi am do 2020 na be kan na bo ano 600.
600 cities.
It's a 30 times 30 or. I mean to wasi.
They say every day they are okay to my 20 cities. 1 month no. 600 cities.
Juma Monday to Sunday.
Monday to Saturday.
I mean that's what it. I mean that'll be. I don't know if I could do one. I don't know. It be here. Like I mean, because how do you explain this?
Oh my God.
No, but let's finish our last words. I don't know what you want to say. I have something I want to say before we go. So yes, let's just do that last. So let me hear you.
Okay, so you know something. I used to say that with our mindset, you can say abrofo nyina mbra kromu ha. Na yen Ghana fo nyina yen kwa abrochi. By the time abrofo no beka so mu siesie Ghana na ya say omukromu. If we should have some kind of mindset ayewo we kromu ha. So it all boils down to our mindset. Upeni na obi ejuma no. Adwin ben say no osifa hune na ejuma yefo. Ye wo obi nso wo ho a odi ne krama na ejuma yefo but omukwa no mu wia no. Ama na adwin asesa. Inti no yeso ban ne se na etie no. Because
I know of a guy that on an ejuma no. You be trying to cut 800 cities, but the head there want to say at the park of him and you upon ye more adwane sa of him so be pon. As about TNT, akrai Koreaska.
What you say? And this nipa no for bibi man na nitruma de ahwe kra nipa na obefa na aduane no man. Enti meme de Ghana ha nyinaa yɛka sɛ yɛde mindset no yɛ nyinaa yɛkɔ to akɔ aburokyire na aborɔfo aba ha wɔn bɛsiesie ha na still na yɛasɛ baabi a yɛkɔɛ nti yɛsuban ne deɛ Ghana ne bɛtumi akoto buroni ba ne nyanko bibini ɔnkoto so sometimes it's not all about bosses no it's not all about mpanyinfoɔ no it's about yɛn nso na yɛhyɛ ɔmo
I feel it's all there. Mama ntie why but that's it.
Yeah, some more minia. So after hearing what my brother just said, it's I don't know. Meaning how I'm missing chest senior Missy Felicity.
So basically, what question no? Obe faka na obe nanti na obe den na question no.
Obeko. I didn't do obeko because what if you come do? Okonso o. Inti obeko no wo. What I say? The mechanism is see. The Ghanaian dream is possible, but, capital but, unless there are some structures put in place, we have a rethink of our life, and also we have to look at things differently and then psych ourselves better. Because in as much as people are struggling, they are also good ones that they want to help, but because of the bad experiences they've had, Omakoma say, Intino. Let's have a change of mind. Everything boils down to mentality. If the dream can be a reality, then we have to draw the conversation of thinking different, doing things different, because if we do things different, we will get different results. Until many assisting case I would share heaven. But then, yes, a heaven because they've put some stuff in place. Until say Chrome has penny for no munim papa no munyan. If they are to do the good things together. We can live the Ghanaian dream.
All right. I'm going to say these things before we go. I've never been this stunned. Like, many didn't say that was my dream. Make us have my dream, my dream. In as much as we feel like it's the mindset of the mindset of people is really important. Yes, we need a change of mindsets. But yes, we need a change of how we treat people, especially employees. Because there are these things that doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. I get it, it's your company. You built it with your money. But then you still would need the resources or the resource to help you get your go and get that vision that you said that you want to reach a lot of Ghanaians, a lot of Africans. The brand will do this, the brand will this, that. It is people that will come together as a team to make sure that dream of yours is a reality. And of course, that vision is also attained. And so I feel like we can be more nice about how we deal with these things, especially payments. I mean, let's be human enough. Let's make things make sense. Like, don't let somebody question how you're doing your things. It doesn't make sense. It cut across government workers, and the private sector is even worse. That's where all the problem is. And I know someone will say, being an entrepreneur is also another thing on the other side. I didn't want us to go there today. And that's why I'm saying that we'll probably have a part 2 of this. And we'll touch on that. I know someone will say that, Ghana, you start by, you can start your own company. You can do this, you can do that. But that you start has a lot of things that we can talk about, but not now. And so I feel like employers, please, this is a plead. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of our employees. Let's think about the rents that we pay now. How expensive foodstuffs are now. How painful it is to pay school fees for our wards. How painful it is to even be able to cater a 3 square meal for you and your family. And giving somebody a salary doesn't mean that it just have to be anything at all. It should be something worth what they are doing for you. And there are people that you know that definitely they are doing something so much for the company and even so much for you. And you see it. Let's reward people what is due them. This is disheartening. That's why I say bye-bye. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the show. The Ghanaian Dream. Let's see if it's possible. But thank you very much for joining us. Always, poco a poco. Little by little, we're going to get there. One brick at a time. And so please don't push it, don't rush it. It's definitely going to be possible. Thank you very much for joining me. I was here with Mr. Tabernacle, Lami, and of course on production I got Joel as well. Thank you very much for joining.